and welcome to the End in Mind podcast. I'm your host, Caitlin, the owner of Meraki Media Management. The End in Mind is a place where we come to share stories, tips, and strategies of many entrepreneurs, creatives, business owners, and just some people that aren't willing to live the traditional lifestyle. We talk about how to live outside of the box today and how to incorporate what really is important in your life to keep that end goal always in mind. Again, if you would like to reach out to me in any type of way, you can find me on Instagram at Meraki_media_management. And I hope to hear from you all soon. Thanks so much and enjoy our show. What is up, my lovely people? I am back with you guys here today for another solo episode of The End in Mind. I do have a quick 20 minutes before my next call, and today has just been such an amazing day. I knew that I had to pop on here and chat with you guys because you guys get me, right? My community gets me. If you're listening to this show, I'm so grateful for you. Meraki has been expanding in ways that I had never expected or even allowed myself to think about, sometimes when we are growing a business, it all starts to happen really quickly, right? And especially when we're building from this aligned place and it all just starts to naturally unfold. I cannot tell you guys how aligned these past few days have been. The clients that we are connecting with recently and even in our communities are next level. So this week is December 14th. So today our intuitive investing episode came out. One of my very favorite episodes ever, intuitive investing. If you want to go back and check it out. If you're into, learning more about finances, I share a lot of tips and tricks of ways that I've been able to build my portfolio and actually build my first business in that episode. But so I posted yesterday, actually on Tuesday, about this upcoming episode, and I just shared, my story about my dad, which if you're an avid End in Mind listener, you already know that story. For our new listeners, I lost my dad when I was 15. It's kind of created, it took my life in a trajectory that I didn't expect, obviously, at 15 years old, but it's completely changed how I look at life. And so I shared some of this on my Instagram post yesterday, and the love poured out in the comments is undescribable, you guys. I am so grateful for every single one of you. Even if this is the first time that you're tuning into an episode, thank you so much for being here. I'm honored that you enjoy this episode, this podcast, right? And you felt called to listen to the things that I'm sharing and the guests that we have on, and the message behind what we do here at The End in Mind is really all about creating an untraditional lifestyle that feeds your soul. My company is called Meraki Media Management. That is my second business. And Meraki actually means to pour your heart and soul into your work. And that is something that I live by. And I knew that I wouldn't be able to do that when I was working for someone else. And boy, am I so damn happy I didn't, you guys. Even though entrepreneurship is scary and it forces you into, bettering yourself and this personal development phase, of course, in the beginning, I fought against it, right? I'm I don't need all of that crap. But now that I have totally leaned in and allowed the journey to take its own path, I have met and connected with so many people that understand me on a level that I didn't even know that they understood me on. I got comments from past copywriters, past partners of mine, clients currently of mine that have also lost their parents on this post. If I wasn't vulnerable and sharing these stories, people would never know this about me, right? That's probably why they think I'm insane when people first meet me. You guys get me, you know? Vulnerability allows us to build communities and call and attract the correct types of people in our lives. This goes for partners in business, right? Actual physical business partners, not just collaborations, clients, relatives, right? Literal, physical, like romantic partners in our lives. Our energy is what attracts or, right, negates from that first interaction. So I just feel like I have been living in alignment, but since I have really gone deeper with my coaching, with my lovely coach Aoife and my other coaches that I've worked with this year, I have really been able to like feel this undeniable gratitude and this overwhelming love. Like, it actually makes me emotional to think about how I used to feel and how I feel today. Like, not that every day is a good day, but today is a really damn good day, you guys. Like, I feel so loved. I feel so supported. And even though I grew up in a very loving, supportive community, there's just something different about this. There's something different about when you've built something yourself from the ground up and you start to see the impact and the trickle over effect and the ripple effect that you have, right? One of my current pieces of meditation that I'm doing with my coach, we talk about like being a light being, right? And really coming from this loving point in us. And in order to do that, we have to unconditionally love ourselves, right? Which I think a lot of people think like, oh yeah, I love myself, but I really didn't. I thought that I did, but I didn't. And now when I have a negative thought, I just feed into that love, right? I look to this community. I look to the things that people are saying. I look to you all to share these stories because it feels so safe and it feels like whatever I'm going through, right? You all are naturally going through on some level, right? Or experiencing on some level. It might not be exactly the same, but it's coming from that same energetic place. And, I just am so overwhelmed today. I feel with love for the first time in a long time, right? Not overwhelmed in a negative way or by like negative thoughts. It just feels like everything is perfectly falling into place at the times that I need it to, or that I'm allowing to, right? Is a better phrase, because now I know that I really don't need anything, right? I just need the love that I have for myself, and then the love that I feel from you guys just reiterates that love, right? And almost expands that love. It's like this next level feeling. I'm having a hard time putting the words together around it, but I just wanted to express this gratitude to you guys and share this in the moment, you know, because I think that a lot of us will put this off, right? Like we would put this in our content folder and come back to it later. But this emotion that I'm feeling right now is important to share, you know? So I hope that you can feel this. I hope that you know how much I love you guys. And if you're currently in that, you know, place where you don't feel that love, right? I hope today in this episode, you feel a bit of it. And please know that you can always reach out to me, book a coffee chat. Like, I love coffee chats, you guys. I love to just chat with people. I'm not a salesy person. Like, if you're not ready to work together, we can just be friends. Like, this community is so important to me. It's not really about the next sale. It's more so about connecting and feeling into what you all are feeling. And I hope that you feel that way with me when you tap into this podcast, right? Because every single place that we go in life to pull energy from is impacting us on some level. And I just always want this podcast to be a place of conversation, right? A place where we can continue to expand our minds and lean into that love so we can continue to be loving beings, right? Because that's really why we're here on this planet when you simplify it down. So when we strip everything else away, right? All the society, all the crap, all the needs, all the wants, all the shoulds, right? It's really just about loving one another and being there for one another. And you guys have made me feel so loved. So, as this business has evolved and as we head into 2023, I'm recording this in December. You guys are getting this in the new year. I hope that you've felt that love over the holidays as well. And if you haven't, it's okay. It's so normal. The holidays are really overwhelming. It brings up a lot of things for all of us. Last year when I was going through this journey and really transitioning into the place that I am now, it was hard to do the holidays with family, and you're trying to learn about boundaries, and healing can seem like an uphill battle, right? That you don't really get to take a breather at times. But what lies on the other side of your uphill battle of whatever part of your journey you are in is that awakened feeling, right? Is that feeling of love, is that feeling of peace. And I hope that this encourages you to continue on that path, whatever that may look like for you, because each of us are different, right? So I share my experience in the hopes that is able to, give you guys different tools or give you guys different ideas for your journeys. And that's why we have a lot of wonderful guests on as well to share their experiences, because my experience is not the only one, right? Each one of us has different experiences, perspectives to add to these topics, and to share our stories, because that is the most important part about what we do, to build a community, right? Like this place online in Meraki it's undeniable how amazing it is. Like it is literally, it's undescribable, actually. It is difficult for me to put into words how much this community has impacted my life positively. And it all came out of me taking the first big step into trusting and believing in myself. And even though a lot of that was out of scarcity at the start, it was worth every single step it took me to get to this place where I am now. So just know that if you're in that rut, there's something waiting for you on the other side, and I believe in you, and I am here to support you. So is our community here, and we will be launching a actual community very soon for our podcast listeners, just so that we can all, continue to stay connected and possibly even meet on Zoom and things like that, to get ideas from you all. So I love you all so much. I just hope that you can feel the love coming through. And I hope that today's episode also gives you hope, if you are early on in your business journey, that you are and will be able to create a community that has this type of impact on people. And all that it takes is opening up our hearts, right? Getting out of our heads and getting into our hearts. And that is exactly what we help our mentorship clients do here at Meraki. That's what we help our community members do, right? Just through the podcast. I hope that you feel some of that, right, already. If you've been listening for a while, would love to know your feedback on that as well. But yeah, that is really the main focus of Meraki, even with our management clients, on some level, us taking away that social media burden or, taking off some of that stress is to hopefully allow them to really step into who they are intuitively and be present with their current clients. So this has always been an underlying theme of my business, but now we're really stepping into who we are in 2023. New website will be coming very soon. All new branding. Meraki will be getting a total rebrand. So 2023 is going to be it for us. And again, I'm just so grateful and so happy that you all are here with me. You mean so much to me. So I will see you guys very soon for our next solo episode. If you're not attracting those clients that you want currently, it's okay. It's all right. It's all a part of the journey. And I know that if you're listening to this podcast, you will absolutely get what you desire. It's all in a matter of time, and it's all a part of our beautiful journeys. So I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Thank you so much for listening to The End in Mind. I would like to remind you all, if you haven't yet reached out to me on Instagram, we are at Meraki_media_management. It will be in our show notes as well. If you would like to reach out to me, we always offer free coaching through Instagram based around our Instagram training and our business Instagram practices. If you need any type of support, please do not hesitate to reach out to me there. And we also offer several different types of consulting and training packages if you're looking for a little bit more in-depth tips. So thank you all for listening in, and of course, I want you all to keep the end in mind as you continue with your day and or work week. Have a great week, and I will see you all next time.